Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my July update of my project pan. How are we in July? I have a beach trip coming up with some of my friends from high school and it's at the beginning of August and it's just felt so far away for so long. And I was thinking about it this morning. I went to Orange Theory. I was jumping in the shower. You know, you always have those thoughts when you're like jumping in the shower. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a few weeks away. It's not like months anymore. We have that trip coming up really fast. So I have to start thinking about my wardrobe and all of that. No, I'm just kidding. I do like to bring some like cute stuff because we do a girls' night, but for the most part, we are just like chasing our kids around and in like t-shirts and shorts. So Prime Day is today. And when I got out of Orange Theory, I had a bounce house in my cart that I'd been holding, hoping for a deal. We have a bounce house in our basement for our boys, but I was looking for one that has like the slide and water because I don't want to bring the bounce house that we do have outside because then I don't think we'll ever be able to bring it back down the basement, and it's a great way to get their energy out in the winter. So I was looking for another one and I found one that I liked, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll just hold and wait until Prime Day and see if it goes on sale, and it did. So I was able to get that this morning, which I'm really excited about. I think it'll be super fun for them to play out there. And yeah, that's kind of like some of the stuff going on. I feel like our garden, which is right now just 2 garden boxes, I'm planning on making it bigger next year by adding at least 2 more garden boxes because I think we overplanted the 2 garden boxes that we do have. I just didn't know. I just bought plants and I think there's probably too much going on in there. But I will say a lot of our plants are thriving. Only one kind of our tomatoes has started turning red. We have tons of tomatoes on the plants, but they're all still green. But our black cherry tomatoes started turning and being ready to be picked, and they are so, so good. Highly recommend. And our zucchini plant is doing awesome, like killing it. We're getting zucchini off of it like pretty much every day. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. I want to film a short actually of like me going out and harvesting things and then using it to cook. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I haven't done shorts in a while, but I do have a goal that I set at the beginning of this year to do 50. So I'm gonna have to figure that out because I've done 0 in the first half of this year. But anyways, I am gonna get into this update. The last thing that I'm gonna say is I think the next video I'm going to film, or one of the next videos I'm gonna film, is my Planning to Pan update video. So at the, I guess I was gonna say at the top of the year, but I think it was more so at the end of last year, I filmed a Planning to Pan where I just kind of outlined all the products that I want to either finish or at least put into a project pan this year. And I thought it would be interesting to do a mid-year update. I wanted to do one last year, but I don't think I ever did. And I think that will be interesting, and depending on where things fall, although I kind of already have an idea because I've been looking at that list, I might add additional products to my Planning to Pan list. So we'll see. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into this month's update. No empties this month, but we continue to make good progress. Let's go ahead and start with my Marc Jacobs bronzer. I used this one 17 times this month. I feel like the pan size continues to grow. There really isn't much to say about this product other than the fact that I continue to love it. I feel like it is such a nice bronzer shade for me right now, and it continues to perform really well. I'm still focusing on swirling my brush around the outside as opposed to just trying to make the pan size bigger because there's a ton of product on the outside of this that I feel like would be better for me to focus on so that it doesn't start crumbling. But yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on this product. I worry though a little bit about actually being able to finish this by the end of the year. But either way, like such a large product, being able to make the progress that I have, I am really happy, and I'm happy with 17 uses on that this month. Next is my Avon liner. I only used this 4 times, but I used this in a way that I feel like I used more product up, and that's because I was lining my upper lid as opposed to my waterline, and it needed a good sharpen because I needed to have more of a point when I'm doing that lining. And so with that, I feel like this is like really tiny. Like we are getting so close. I mean, it is so small right now, so I don't know. I am excited to continue using it. I'm not thrilled with 4 uses. I think last month I had 9, so I'd like to be back at 9 again because I feel like if I can wear this point down and need a good sharpen again, like we're gonna be we're gonna be almost there. Like I had to spin this a few times to get the point that I needed, which is great because obviously it needed to be sharpened to be able to use it how I want. Also great in the sense of that much sharpening makes it even harder to sharpen, which the goal at the end of this is just not to be able to sharpen this anymore. So we are very close to calling this empty. We're also very close to the fact that like there's barely any that's like sticking outside the lid too. I was saying end of the year on this one, but it might be sooner than that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Next is my Too Faced blush in the shade Baby Love. As you all know, I had to repress last month and I feel like we're making good progress on repressing. I think from my experience, usually the first month after repressing, you don't see a lot of progress and then the progress picks up really fast. And I will say like, I don't see a ton of progress in this first month other than right here. It's starting, there's kind of little new pans starting right there and it's thinning out a lot. So my hope is next month that it's just gonna really wear away up at the top here, or I guess how you're looking at it at the bottom, and then we'll really just have this area to focus on. So I think good progress on this one. Like I said, first month after repressing, I feel like it's hard to see much, but I'm very excited to see what this product looks like at our next check-in in August. Next is my Makeup Forever foundation, and I use this one 16 times. I've really been enjoying this foundation as well. I think it just sits really well on my skin. It blends really well. It's just been really pretty. So I'm happy with the progress on this. It's like impossible to tell with this bottle what progress has been made. I will say though, it was just kind of standing up and I saw some like gapping here at one point, like all the way down here, which leads me to believe that there isn't a ton of product left in here at the actual bottom. I think it's mostly on the walls. So once I can't really pump anymore, I will get my beauty spatula out and start clearing the walls. I think there's a lot of product on the walls of this, so that'll probably take me more time, but I am excited to get to that point because once you're scraping with a beauty spatula, you're definitely on the end of it. So I'm thinking in like maybe 3 more months with this one, depending if that's like accurate in the fact that there isn't that much at the bottom. That's what I'm assuming. So fingers crossed that's how it actually is, and we'll be able to finish this one up sooner rather than later. And then lastly is my lip oil. So I use this one 22 times. So really good uses on this. I did not have this standing straight up. It was in my work bag and it was laying on its side. So you can't really tell where the line is. I mean, you can a little bit, but we're kind of like getting close to halfway on this one already. So really happy again with the progress there. This has been really easy to use. I'm wearing it today, layered over a lip liner. I wear it all the time at work. It's just easy to pull out of my bag and put on. But I do like it because it provides like a little bit of a color, not much, but like a little flush of color. It doesn't really feel like a lip oil to me. It feels more like a lip gloss, but either way, like I have really been enjoying this product and it's been cool to see the progress on it so quickly. So gonna continue focusing on that. But I would say overall, like we're making really good progress across all of these products. And while I don't have any that are obviously empty this month, or I think are gonna be empty next month, or even maybe the following, I do feel like we're getting close on a couple that we'll be able to finish up hopefully by fall, and then roll in a couple of new things and maybe get some other finishes by the end of the year. So all in all, I am really happy with what we've been able to accomplish so far at the halfway point of the year in this project. And I'm happy with how everything is looking so far. Hoping to continue to make progress. I typically wear makeup 3 days a week, and then because I'm in the office 3 days a week, and then depending on what I'm doing on the weekend, if we have like we're going out or doing something, I'll put makeup on then. I will say though, I went into the office last week and didn't really wear any makeup, like no makeup on my face, and then just like mascara and brow gel, and that was kind of like a nice break too. So I do think I will be incorporating some no makeup days into my work week occasionally, depending on what's going on, and just to give me a break in the morning, honestly, just have like an extra 10 minutes where I can read or drink my coffee or whatever. So we'll see. I need to figure that out. I went through this period at my old job for probably like a couple years where like I didn't wear like any makeup, maybe just mascara into the office. And when I first started there, I wore a full face, and then I took a break, and then I got really back into makeup again and started wearing a full face, and that's kind of how it's continued. And not to say that I'm not into makeup. Honestly, I think it's nice to have the little bit of extra time in the morning. It's not that I need to like give my face a break or anything, because I'm not really wearing makeup the other days of the week. But yeah, just something that I mentioned. I'm kind of curious on how, like, what you guys do in terms of how many days a week are you wearing makeup? Are you wearing it to work? Do you work from home? If you work from home, do you still put it on? Definitely let me know in the comments, because I would just love to know, and I think we can start a conversation about it. It is interesting when we're talking about finishing things, but I also think it's important to just kind of do what feels right. So certainly let me know. And if you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next one. Hope all of you are doing well and staying safe. Bye.